Hey, we are popping in for a quick bonus episode. This probably won't be quick because the cheesemate is cheesemating, and
Yes.
we needed to talk about this. Even though we're mid-season or we're in between seasons, we needed to come on and discuss our obsession with Love is Blind, especially with season 6. And so we are popping in to the No Manches podcast, and we're talking about it. We're talking about it and all the thoughts, because between the two of us, we got thoughts. All right, so before we get all the way into the episode, we do want to mention this disclaimer that we don't know these people. We only know what is being shown on TV. The editing might, as a videographer, you know that the edits matter. And
Yeah.
like you can tell a
Sure
story
do.
100 different ways based on how you edit it. So this is just our 2 cents, our opinions based on what we've seen that has been put out there on with Netflix, and based on the TikToks that we've seen, the rumors that we've been listening to, and just our own opinions and our own cheesemas
Yeah.
that we are, our 2 cents. All right, into the episode. Let's start out with like our overall feelings about Love is Blind. And maybe I should like do a backstory because I think we connected on our both watching Love is Blind like a few seasons ago. And so we would
Mhm.
always check in with each other like, girl, you watching? Like what happened? And
Right.
like I I think we were planning some episodes around Love is Blind, like season 5, like last season, but we never got into it because it was boring, honestly. Um,
Girl, yes. Last season was super boring. But
yeah,
they brought
so
it this season. They
they
brought
did.
it.
I was scared it was gonna be another boring season, but like from the first episode, I was like, "What?
Yeah,
It's
usually like the
juicy."
first episodes are kind of boring because you know, it's like just getting to know each other and all that. But no, they brought it. Especially with, they had some people who obviously didn't find somebody in the podcast, or I'm sorry, in the podcast, in the pods. What was that weird guy's name? Was it Matthew or
Matthew,
oh
yeah.
my god, he was so rude too. Every time he would ask a question, or he'll be like, hey, pick a number 1 through whatever. And then he'll ask, oh no, somebody already picked that. And then he would just walk off. And they would just be talking and they'd be like, hello, hello. He would just be long gone. But he gave me like serial killer vibes, creepy
Really?
vibes. He did.
I
He was
see.
weird.
I was rooting for him at first because I'm just like,
What?
oh, he's quirky. He just wants to find love. And
Mm-mm.
then when he started talking with AD, like I felt like, oh, she brought it out of him. Like, oh, that's cute. Like he's gonna find love. And then when he like said the same thing to someone else that he was saying to AD, I was like, ugh,
But
what is
girl,
going on here?
okay, so I'll have to agree. I was kind of rooting for him. I was like, okay, well maybe he's like, she's opening him up and all that stuff. And then when he did say this exact same thing he to AD, I forgot who he said it to, but I feel like he said that after he found out. You know how she asked him about ethnicity, race, how important is that? I feel like because he didn't say that until the next day to the other girl. So I feel like he knew that like it was going to be an issue, but he didn't want to sound like, on national television that he was racist or whatever. I mean, he came from a small town of 600 people. In my head, I was
Yeah.
like, he's a Trump supporter. I'm sorry. Like, I'm like, you're in a town of 600 people? Nah, no. What are the chances, right? So I feel like he knew right away, let me go and, and tell this girl and AD, I don't know. I feel like she wanted to be on the show. She just wanted to be on the
Really?
show. Yeah. hmm
Hmm.
Because girl, then she hopped over to, was it Croy? What's his name? Croy?
Clay.
Oh, Clay. Clay. I'm getting like them confused. I have my little notes here. But Clay, he had like red flags. Like, just getting all upset. And because she told him the truth that she was talking to somebody else. And he like blew up. Like, I don't know. But she had also talked about how she used to date other guys that were similar to Clay. But yeah, she still picked him. So I don't know. I feel like she just went on the. She just picked him just to be on the show.
I think she would have picked Matthew if he hadn't have left.
Yeah.
I think she was feeling him. And yeah, I think she gave Clay a second chance and he really was into her. So I think she was like, okay, let's give this a try. I like you. Let's see if it works out.
But man, he was like wanting to know about her like physical features. He
Uh,
wanted, and he basically told her what he was looking for. He wanted like,
yeah.
a big dunk and a small waist or whatever the heck he said. Obviously she does, but like that defeats the whole purpose of the show. And you obviously are you shouldn't be on the show if that's what you're looking for. If you're just looking for physical like just appearance. I get it. I probably would not be on the show because I think that appearance does have a little bit of, I mean, come on, you have to be attracted to that person. But that's here nor there. That's just me.
Yeah. I mean, you did tell us that you judged people based on the color pants they wore
Yeah, and the shoes.
and the shoes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think yeah, there's a level of just trust. And I think that there was more talk about how people looked in this season
Oh
than
my
like other
God.
seasons. Like before they even did a reveal. Like, why are you even talking about that in the pods?
Girl.
Like, that's not the purpose of the show. Like, if you want to know what someone looks like, go out in the dating world, like in real life.
Right. Which is speaking of, who else was the next person that talked about appearance? Mm, Chelsea. Girl.
Chelsea and Jimmy.
First of all, she was the one who brought it up, though. She's the one who brought it up. She was just like, "Oh, do you ever like like hinting? Do you ever get told that you look like a celebrity?" And he said, "Yeah," but she never asked him what celebrity he looked like. And then he all of a sudden he asked her. He was like really quick, like, "Why do you?" And then she was so quick to answer that. She's like, "Oh, trying to play cute MGKs," and I'm all like, "Just say her name. Like, why
Yeah.
are you trying to say MGK? I don't know if it's his girlfriend or his wife. Girl, just say the name. You know her name. Don't try to front. And no, you do not look like her. I'm sorry." She was
Yeah, I think okay, so talking about that whole love like square, triangle, whatever star, whatever it is
triangle. Oh
between
yeah, true. Because it was
her
like Trevor.
her Tr- and Trevor and Jimmy and then Jimmy and Jessica
Yes,
and her. So there's these theories cuz I'm on TikTok.
me too.
I'm on Love is Blind TikTok. And there's these theories that um based on the conversation she had with Jimmy and based on the conversation that she had with Trevor, that she knew that Jimmy was kind of between her
Yep,
and Jessica.
yep.
And so she prompted
hmm
the look like question so that she could get like an upper hand
Oh my God, that
because
is exactly what I wrote in my notes.
yes, because when Trevor asked her like if I would have proposed first, would you have said yes to me? And she didn't have an answer, like and he was
She's
just like,
dumb.
"Well, that sucks for Jimmy."
She's dumb. She's dumb.
Yeah.
She needs Jimmy needs to pass the EpiPen to Chelsea because
Yeah.
I'm saying like she's an idiot. Like she even said it. She was just like, in real life, I don't get this much like love with men. Like men don't really like appreciate me. Okay? She's always gotten cheated on. So she's
Well,
obviously very insecure, right? But she knew what she was doing. She knew what she was doing.
yeah.
She wanted the men to be going after her. Because she's never had that before. Never had that before. Never had guys, fighting over her, or like, two guys fall in love with her at the same time, and she's over here boo-hoo-hooing, like, oh, this is like the worst feeling ever, blah, blah, blah. I was like, girl, you did that to yourself. If you would have never said anything about your appearance, I guarantee you he probably would have picked Jessica.
Yeah.
But she had to just like one up it.
Yeah. And
Just
now
kind
the
of like
relationship's
throw
a
that
hot
in.
mess.
She's so insecure. Like she's so,
Yeah.
and I have to agree. She's a little clingy.
Yeah. Which we'll get into that. Like, well, let's circle back on their relationship later in the episode when we talk about like their vacation and after their reveal.
Yes.
Um, but okay, so there's two other couples, right? Or is there three other couples?
So Kenneth and Brittany.
Yes. Okay, so I was rooting for them like at
Girl,
the
me too.
beginning.
Me too.
I was like, yes, they seem like perfect for each other. I was really happy that they got together
I
at
really
the
like
beginning.
Brittany. I really do. I think she's very genuine. She's a genuine person, and she really did go there, for the right reasons. Like, to
Yeah.
fall in love with somebody for their heart, their personality. Okay. Like, I really do genuinely think that. And I was rooting for them. Although he was kind of, I don't know, I wasn't really sold, like by him. Like, there was just something about him. I couldn't like pinpoint it right in the beginning, but I don't know, I just felt something off from him.
Mm,
But I was giving him the benefit of the doubt because he was saying all the right things. And I don't know if he was saying all the right things just to get somebody or to be on the show. Like now that you just don't know anymore, right? But
yeah.
I feel really bad for Brittany. And we'll talk about it, obviously. Right now we're just
Yeah.
discussing like the pods and all that. But
The couples.
yes, but
Yeah.
yeah. So then the other couple is Laura and Jeremy.
Yeah, and there was a love triangle there too, because
Sarah Ann.
they're in. Yes,
Yes, yes.
until he
So I
chose Laura.
in the beginning, I don't know. Laura was like, nah, I didn't really, know about her. But then she kind of like, she grew on me. She's funny, and they both have like a sense of humor. They're both kind
Yeah.
of, he's a little weird, but I thought he was, a good looking guy. They, well, kind of right for each other. Not for me, but for her. Um, but yeah, I mean, I thought he was like he had a good sense of humor. And to me, like that's important to me. Like when I find somebody, I want somebody to make me laugh. And I think they had that, like that connection right away. Sarah Ann was just more into like, oh, social media. Like, it's kind of like,
Hmm.
are you in it for the wrong reasons? Kind of like that. So it's like maybe that's why he didn't choose her. Um,
Yeah.
you know, because she was talking about how many followers she had, which
Yeah.
I thought that was
I was
weird.
like, what kind of question is that?
It's weird. So
Yeah.
I
So
don't
this couple at the beginning was kind of like forgettable.
know. Yeah,
I was kind of like, okay, yeah. I wasn't really following them. They didn't draw me in
yeah,
until like the later episodes. So I had completely forgotten about them until like the
until
uh the
the
trip.
hot mess and everything that happened afterwards.
Yeah. Yeah. So
But
what okay, we
the
got
other
one more
one is
couple.
Johnny and Amy. So
Yes.
the weird looking one.
The weird looking one. I think this is the cutest couple. I love them. If they do not get married,
No,
I'm
no,
gonna
no.
cry.
I listen. I love their relationship. Okay, it's very cute, right? He's so into her. He is so like, oh my god, he was just like raving about her, just her appearance and everything. He like they are the ones. They were like the first to get engaged
Hmm.
right away. Like they hit it off. It was just them two. There was nobody else. They like clicked.
Yeah.
There was no triangle or anything like that. So right away I was just like, that's they're cute, right? But she says she only dated ethnic guys. So like I was like, I don't know if it's gonna work out, because if you're like so used to dating like cultured, with guys that have culture and all that, and then you date somebody that's like
Some sazon.
right. And then he's like, country boy. I don't even know. He's a country boy, right? Yeah. North
Yeah.
Carolina. So, yeah, I mean, he was really, really, really into her. And I know that she was too, because she was just like, I love him and all that stuff. And he's not somebody that I would typically go for, but I love. I think she was there for the right reasons as well, because she was just like tired of what she used to date back, like obviously what she used to date wasn't working.
Yeah. Yeah. I like them. They're like my favorite couple this
I just have
season.
one thing about them, but we'll talk about that after. So
Okay.
we talked about all of the couples that met. Let's talk about the reveals.
Because these
Well,
reveals were
okay, you know
hilarious.
what? Let's talk about Chelsea and Jimmy because I'm dying to talk about that reveal. Please, because that run that gave me second hand. It was secondhand embarrassment. I was like cringing. She was,
Yes.
and then she made that weird noise. She was like T Rex
Oh my
running.
gosh. Yes. I mean, she called herself T-Rex.
She did.
The T-Rex
I
run.
didn't
Yes.
even catch that. Damn. She
She
really was running like T Rex
yeah, she's like, "Oh,
and
I did my
making those
T-Rex
noise.
run."
Oh my god, girl, that's so cringy. That
Yes.
like ick. And I know, like, he like looked at her and was like, "Bro, she is not no Megan Fox." Like that,
Yeah, and I
especially TikTok, man. They go hard on those people. Like they will like pause and then like take a little screenshot of their face. And he was like looking directly into the camera, and he just looked so
yeah,
like this ain't
he
no
was
Megan
like
Fox. This ain't no Megan Fox.
he was like begging the camera people like,
Like help me, like, help me, please.
"Uh, I mean, I give props to those camera people and I give props to the editors because
Man, those
that
editors
was classic.
having
That was a
a field
yeah.
day.
Yes, and
I would be too.
the interview with him after, he was like, "She definitely lied on some things."
And then
And
they
I'm
got
like,
her angle. And then they, right when he was talking about that, got her angle. Like it was like on the side profile of her face. And it was just not a good angle. And I was like, oh, yeah. But she was very, very into him, extremely
yeah.
into him. And then when she asked him, "Oh, what did you think about me when you saw me?" And he was just like, "Your teeth. I like your teeth.
I was like,
They're big and
"What?"
square."
I was like, "There's no way."
I was like, "Damn, big teeth. Okay." Not like, "Oh, your hair, your beautiful hair, your face is beautiful, your eyes." Nah, he said her teeth.
And he was like, "Don't take this the wrong way." Like he set it up as like this amazing compliment and was like, your teeth. He could have said like your mouth, your smile.
Yes, exactly. Smile. But you know what? That's some shit I would say. That if I didn't like find somebody attractive, I'd be like, I wouldn't be able to like lie. I'd be like, oh yeah, I like your eyebrows or some shit.
Oh my gosh. You wouldn't say like I love your personality or something?
No, the first thing that you see them, of course you like their personality because you chose them. But she was asking, what did you like about me when you first saw me? You can't say, oh, I love your personality when she's running like T-Rex, you know? He was probably like,
Yeah.
oh, I would love to know what he was thinking in that moment when she was running to him.
Ay.
He was probably like, fuck.
Yeah. Probably like, who is this? This ain't no Megan Fox.
Say no, Megan Fox. Oh,
He's
good
probably like,
lord.
you're kidding, right? You're kidding.
Yeah, but then just her noises that she was making. Oh, it was just really cringy. That whole moment was very cringy. And then
Yeah.
the other reveal, well, Laura and Jeremy. I think that reveal went pretty well. They both thought they were. I mean, Laura typically does not go for men like him. She said it, but obviously Jeremy was like, she's really pretty, and blah blah blah. Um, I don't think he said anything about if if she's somebody that he typically goes for. I don't think I
Yeah,
don't
I
think
don't
he said
remember.
anything, but she basically said she typically doesn't go for guys like that, but that he's good looking. And I think his personality obviously made him, at that moment, his
Hmm.
personality made him good looking.
Yeah. Yeah. All the other reveals were like nice, sweet, uneventful, like
Yeah, it
cute.
was just the Chelsea and
Ugh.
Jimmy one. That's really what it
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one was a hot mess.
All
And
right.
it's probably like foreshadowing. Like it was foreshadowing for us to know what was coming.
Oh yeah, we were like, bro, she's.
Ugh.
I can't wait to see your face when you see her.
Yeah. Okay.
But now the juicy part.
Okay. So as Vanessa Lachey says, like 5 couples made it out of the pods and now they get to go on vacation. And so this season they went to the Dominican Republic, which was different because
Oh
all the
yeah.
other seasons have been in Mexico. And
Mm-hmm.
so it was cool that they did somewhere different.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, let's get into it because it was painful, it was juicy, it was like no me digas, it was given
Oh
all the emotions, but we're going to take it one couple at a time
yes.
and just talk through their story and our thoughts on their story from when they got to see Mexico,
DR.
when they got to the DR, and so these are like episodes 7, 8, and 9.
Yes.
All right, which couple you want to start with?
Laura and Jeremy. We'll just start with Laura and Jeremy. Okay, so
Okay.
I think it started off really well. They were, communicating really well, and just, I could tell there were times where she would get a little bit annoyed, right? He would do some like childish, immature things. But then
Yeah.
again, you already knew his sense of humor before. So,
He's the one that would wear the Hawaiian shirts, right?
yes. And she didn't
Yeah.
like him wearing Hawaiian shirts.
She was like, red flag. And I
Yeah.
was like, let it go, girl.
Right, right. It's like you can't really change their appearance. If that's what they like to wear, that's what they like to wear, girl. Like
Yeah.
that's it. Um the only other thing that like pissed her off was when she told him something in confidence about AD. about bean dip.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of that terminology before? Me either.
No.
I had to look it up.
I think it's a white people thing. Or maybe, I don't
But
know.
AD knew what it meant.
Probably, well, because she said that they talked about it in the women's quarters.
Oh. So it's like when somebody slaps your boob, right?
Yeah.
Oh, when it goes like
Or
this.
like,
Okay, got it.
so okay, so I did hear the backstory on this, or not backstory, but like it's a bean dip is like, you know how you dip a chip in bean dip and it's kind of like you scoop it up. So it's
Yeah.
kind of
Oh, so you do
like you
that.
do a little
Okay.
flick.
Ah,
Yeah.
got it. So she basically told Jeremy to bean dip AD, but
Yeah.
she was telling him as a joke. And he went and told AD and Clay, and then who I forgot who else. I think it was Jimmy. Jimmy was there too. And he was
Yeah.
like, "Yeah, can you believe she told me that I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it." But she was just telling me, and AD was all like, "What the heck? Like, why would you tell your man to bean dip me?" Like she was offended. I probably would be too. Like, dude, don't be like,
Yeah.
you know. But then, like, I can tell, like, first of all, like you're joking with your man. Your man should just leave it at that. Like,
Mhm.
don't be bringing that shit up to anybody else. Like what I tell you in behind closed doors is what between me and you, right? But he went
Mhm.
and told everybody and made it a big deal, and she was embarrassed, which she should have,
Yes.
because she should have never made that comment at all. And she apologized to AD and whatnot, but yeah, so they were able to like talk about it, go, get through it, and just, she kind of just voiced her opinion and all that. So that was
Yeah.
like the first issue, right? So
Yeah. But
then,
I do want to make a comment
mhm,
that sometimes guys are dumb and
sometimes,
they, I know, I'm trying to be nice, but I think that when they're in like a group and a social setting, they want to be funny. They want to make conversation. And so sometimes things come out when they know that
that's
they
true.
shouldn't come out and they're just like, and then they try to like reel it back in, but it's too
Backpedal.
late.
Yeah. Oh, of
And
course.
I'm like,
I could definitely see him backpedaling in that moment. Oh wait, no.
yeah,
I think she was joking, or I don't. Yeah,
yeah,
I don't know.
yeah,
Like, I'm like, bro, seriously, like, just shut
yeah.
up.
I've had that happen with Michael where I'd have to tell him like later, like, I didn't want you to say that. Like, why
Yep.
did you say that? Why did you bring that up? Like,
Mm-hmm.
don't do that.
Yep.
And so they learn, but
Same.
that's an unfortunate situation to learn. And they've only known each other for like a week.
Yeah.
So,
Not even that long
yeah.
for yeah. But I don't remember anything else happening while they were in the DR. Right? Like nothing
No.
major, nothing else.
Well, he was kind of like pouty. He was like, I'm going to leave. Like, I want to leave now. Like, he was kind of like, well, if you're going to be mad at me, then I'll leave. So he also
Oh,
didn't
when
handle,
she was upset about the comment, like
yeah.
he didn't, yeah. Well, that
It's
should
like
have
he
been
doesn't
red
deal
flag
with, yeah.
confrontation, or yeah. He obviously,
Yeah.
which that should have been a red flag right there,
Yeah.
because when they went back to the real
Yeah.
world and got the phone, lo and behold, Sarah Ann had DM'd him, and she just,
Yeah.
I forgot, what did she say? What did she say
She
to him?
was like, I think she was just leaving the door open. Like, hey, if you ever want to get together, like, I'm open
Oh,
to do
that's
whatever.
right.
If you ever regret your decision, I don't know.
Yes, yes. No, 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 no. It was something along those lines. And
Yeah.
instead of just shutting that shit down, he liked the comment. He didn't say anything
Yeah.
back. He didn't respond to her, but he liked the comment.
Yeah.
The fuck? First of all, if I
I
knew my
know.
man liked that comment, that would not be good.
Yeah.
We gonna fight.
I mean, I understand as a woman. He probably like I understand his perspective cuz he's like, "Oh, I just wanted her to see it. Like see that I saw it." Like he didn't see it as a big deal. But net like
And
I
then
think
again,
because
men
she
are, you said sometimes dumb, right? No, no, no. This
yes.
motherfucker is dumb as hell.
Yeah.
Dumb as hell. And you want to know why? Now, the next thing, okay, this is where he is dumb, is because he did end up meeting up with Sarah Ann. And
Yes.
this, he like, okay, so they were in there in the living room, and she's all like, why did you come home at 6 o'clock in the morning? And he had his sunglasses on and he didn't want to talk about it. And she's like, oh, so we're not going to talk about this? Like, we need to talk about this. And he was just like, he was like, yeah, I did. He basically saying, I went to so and so club. My friend said that Sarah Ann was there. Oh, I'm not going to let her dictate, where I want to be, blah, blah, blah. Macho, not
Yeah.
thinking, okay, you know what? This could really affect my relationship with Laura. She could get,
He knew.
she could be
Yeah.
upset. She can, whatever the case may be. He went anyways. And then she was just like, okay, well, this club, is over at 2 a.m. or whatever. It closes at 2 a.m., something like that. Oh, yeah, we were in the parking lot of whatever club talking. Oh, you were in the parking lot for until 5 a.m., 6 a.m., or whatever. Yeah, we were just talking. She was upset about something I did. Blah, blah. Who cares if she's upset? You're with Laura. And then I love the fact that Laura just let him talk. Just like let him lie. Just straight up
Yeah.
lying. And then she was just like, and then he fucking says, I left my location on so that you can know. Oh, really, motherfucker? Oh, really? You left your location on so that I can see where you're at. Only for me to actually know that you weren't in the parking lot. You were
Mhm.
somewhere else. You were all the way on. So I don't even know where, but people were like, obviously TikTok were like, oh, that's where Sarah Ann lives. He was at Sarah Ann's apartment. This dumbass left his phone in the car thinking, okay, my phone, my location is here. We're talking, blah, blah, blah. Not knowing that his watch, okay, the
Yes.
GPS on his watch, that's how she was able to know that he was not in the freaking parking lot. Mic drop.
Yeah.
I was like,
She
damn.
yeah, she kept it cool.
Oh
And
my God.
he walked right into
Yes,
that.
he did. He didn't even know what to say. That's why I'm like, man, I can't wait till next episode because, and then, she was all like, I'm about to meet your mom and she's going to ask me, what do I love about you? I cannot lie.
Yeah.
And I'm like, amen, sister. I would not. I would be like, you want to know something about your son? Yeah, he lied to me. This and this and that. That's what I would tell. That's what I would tell his mother. And then Karina, too, the TikToks afterwards finding
Yes.
out that he's freaking was engaged and living with his fiance and her daughter. And there's a picture of them together when he applied to be on the show.
I did not know that.
Yes, yes,
No.
yes, girl.
Dude.
Yes, there's a picture, and then the fiance, the woman's mom, they were like, people were commenting. They're like, "How do you know that this is his fiance?" And she goes, because it's in that picture's in my phone. That's my daughter. So
Wow.
that's my daughter and granddaughter. Yeah, yep. So he's a
Dang.
sleaze man. I can't wait. I can't wait. to see what comes of this. She deserves better than that. Sleazeball.
Yeah, I did see the TikToks where someone went to the Lost and Found, that bar that he claimed he was in the parking lot, and there's no parking lot.
Wow.
Like it's like a few parking spaces, and she's just like, once the employees get here, this is all filled. There's no parking lot to hang out in. I was like, dang, he is caught
Because he's
in
dumb.
4K.
Dumb. Dumb. All right, the
Yeah,
next couple. Anything you want to add about
no,
Jeremy?
you said it all.
Girl, he cray. He cray. He's a sleazer. All right, Edie and Clay.
Mm,
What you gotta say
yeah,
before? Because I'm gonna say I'm gonna say some shit too.
I gotta say the editors are
Girl,
amazing.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
My favorite scene is when they're eating and he's piling all the dirty dishes up and organizing, and she just
She's just staring at him. Yeah.
like questioning all her life choices.
Yes, yes. You know, I honestly thought that he just like he didn't even ask her if she was done, or maybe like I said, editing. I don't
Yeah.
know, but because of the comments that he made before about eating and being healthy and trying to keep up with a specific physique, right? I was just
Oh,
like,
yeah.
are you just basically telling her that she's done eating and you're just gonna pile all your, even though you just ate, you like slurp that soup up like not
Yeah.
like not there was mixed reviews. There were some people that were like, oh my god, I love Clay. He's so proper. He got all the dishes together for the waiter and this and this, and I'm like, no, stop. Because to me, that just showed me that he didn't even ask her if she was finished. He just grabbed her plate. And I honestly, I don't think it was edited because he really just like he was putting all the plates together. He didn't even ask her. He grabbed it. He put all the plates on top of her food that she still had, and just yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
She's just
Her
weird.
eyes said it all.
Yeah, her eyelashes, girl. I don't. They're just too much for me. That was the one thing that just stuck out for me.
Oh my
So
gosh. Okay, noted.
no,
I
not
will
for you. It's just her. Like they were so long. It's like
They were. They
I
were.
wanted to like trim them.
Yeah, they
Anyways,
were.
that's
They were prominent. Um But yeah, I think he was very insensitive to his comment about her weight and saying like my woman better work out as even after she has kids. Like he just was really insensitive about that.
super, super. And then he's all like basically telling her that he would be like a drill sergeant,
Yeah.
I'll be a trainer. Come on, what kind of trainer is gonna be nice to you? I'm gonna say you better get in there and start working out. Like I'm all like, what? And then I was singing it and she said it. I was just like, yeah, but you're not a trainer. You would be my husband. Like that's the
Yeah.
difference. And she said it. She literally said it at that moment. She was just like, yeah, but my trainer would do that, not you. I would not expect that from you. Like you have to separate the two. And he's like, no, I'm just trying to motivate you. I ain't trying to let you get big or whatever he said. I'm just like, girl, if you don't drop him, you're gonna have
Yeah.
issues. There's gonna be issues later.
I feel like he is immature. Like he's just not
Super.
ready. I will give him some credit for taking what she says and like it seems like he's like processing it, like saying like, okay, yeah, you're right. How I said it could have been different, but still the mentality's there.
Didn't he
So
say something about he always cheated, or did he say that, or Or am I making that up?
Um, so okay, so this is I think getting into like when they met the family. Remember when she met his mom
Yeah.
and was like, I'm scared of cheating, so I don't want um I don't know. Yes, he did allude to that he's scared of cheating, but then she was just like, well, why aren't you spending your time at home then?
Right, right, right,
Like,
right.
why are you
Because
going to
he
be
has two jobs,
overnighting?
right? He's got two jobs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's an entrepreneur and also does like stuff out of the city. Like, so he
Mm,
travels a little bit for work. I'm not quite sure what he does.
I don't know. It's like a question mark, but he's never home
Yeah.
because she
Yes.
also works two jobs. She's a real estate agent, and she also is
Yeah.
a VIP manager at some club or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, and so they did discuss that their hours were kind of like not in sync.
Mm-hmm.
But I loved his mom, and his
Yes.
mom was just like, "Look, if it's important, you'll make it work."
Oh my God. And she even said, she's like, mm-hmm.
Yes, yes,
She said it. I was like, yep, mama coming through.
yeah,
Just,
yeah. I did love that scene, and like his mom, like bring coming in with the wisdom, even
exactly.
if it's like to teach her son.
Because,
Yeah.
I feel like Adie she's got a good head on her shoulders.
Hmm.
She's an entrepreneur. She works, hard. She's very, well spoken, articulate, and she just seems like she's, on the right path. But so I'm sure his mom was all like, yeah, I like her for him. But,
Hmm.
we don't know if he's the one for her because he's a
Yeah.
hot mess. He's just red
Yeah.
flag. He needs therapy.
Yes. And I don't think he has gotten therapy.
No.
Like he said
Mm-mm.
that this is the most emotional
Yeah.
he's gotten. And I'm
Yeah.
like, ooh, red flag.
Flag. Red flag. All
Yeah.
right. And then let's see. Let me go back to my notes here. Brittany and Kenneth.
Brittany and Kenneth.
I really feel bad for Brittany. Like I really, really
Yeah.
do. Like that. I don't know. I told you. So I felt something off with him in the beginning, and I really wanted to believe him. Like in that night, I think it was like the first night they got to their hotel, and they were both laying, and they both said that they were going to wait until marriage, and he
Yeah.
agreed, she agreed, whatever. And then they were both laying on the bed, staring at each other, facing each other, and he basically was like, every night we're gonna talk about the day and what went wrong and what we can do to make it better the next day. I was just like, okay, like
Yeah.
that was nice. That
I was like, I want
lasted.
that in my own life.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, shoo, Elio,
I
take
know.
some tips, take some pointers. But that should only happen what? Probably that like maybe like a week that they were there.
Yeah.
Anyways. So then that's when they met everybody in the cast. We went out to the beach, and he was like so attentive and bringing her a chair and just
Mhm.
he was
Yeah.
just, and all the girls were like, oh my God, he's so sweet, like blah, blah, blah. And yeah, so then everything was fine. Like, well, no, there was like a weird, awkward silence, right? When they were on the boat.
Yeah, and I don't know if that's the editing or not, but he got so excited talking about dolphins. Like, do you
And
remember that?
yes, he did. He did.
I saw someone there was a meme saying that Kevin's perfect match is a dolphin.
I don't know. I don't think I think he is not into women. I don't, I don't think he is.
Yeah, I don't know. That solo date was a little awkward the way they portrayed it.
he so
A lot of
she
silence.
so yeah, that's a lot. And then when they went back, they got back home and they got their phones. Girl, yeah, I get it. He's a principal, right? But come
Yeah.
on, do you have to be on your phone 24/7? Like he was on his phone again, editing. Who knows, right? Who knows how long? But she was trying to like have conversations with him, and she was unpacking, and she was all excited, like, "Oh, where do you want to, where do you want me to put your clothes?" She's over here like putting away his clothes, and
Mhm.
he just was not like engaging. But then again, do you remember what 80 said at the beach about
Oh,
their
yeah.
race?
Yeah.
So some people are saying that AD's comment affected the way he kind of like started treating Bernie afterwards. But honestly, I don't believe that. I
I
don't
don't
believe
know
that.
about that. Yeah.
They were talking about, because she's white and he's black, they're gonna have mixed babies, and there's gonna be issues, like people just commenting or whatever. But honestly, I don't really think that that had such a huge effect on him. I think he, like I said, I just don't think he was into women.
Yeah, because I mean, she was so receptive to all the race conversations. And I was like, yes, she's ready.
Yes,
Like,
exactly.
yeah.
I thought it
And
was gonna be
so,
the opposite. Honestly, I thought it was because, you know, like for me, I know that I've always said that I wanted to be with, somebody Latino because just culture wise, like I just want to be with somebody that has some culture, right? So, so I know that that is like a huge thing too, to people.
mhm.
But she was very open. She's like, no, like I'm good. That does not change my mind whatsoever. But
Yeah.
I
And
don't know.
it's like, if it's going to be an issue, why go on a show
Exactly.
when you don't know who you're going to click with?
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So, but then like, dude, he was like, what was the other one that he just wasn't showing affection, right? And then he
Yeah.
went and got his braids done and came home really late at night, and he tried to be affectionate, like around 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock in the morning, put his arm around her or something, and she was just not having it, and he took offense to that. I'm all like, bro, seriously, if I'm sleeping, dead asleep, do not touch me. Do not wake me up. It's just,
Yeah.
please, I'm sleeping.
Yeah. And it's also tricky when you put that layer, that religious layer on it,
Yeah.
because they had decided one thing, but it's like,
But you can
how
still
far
show
can that?
affection.
Yeah. My sister was like, that's why dry humping is for.
Oh,
And I'm just like, what?
I
I'm like,
mean, you
okay.
can do other things. Like you can
Yeah.
still kiss. You can, and I feel this is where I feel really bad for her because she like it was like eating up inside her. Like she was just like, oh my God, we were so into each other in the pods, and like, I want that same crave, right? That we had in the
Mhm.
pods. And then now that we're out in the real world, I'm not getting that from you. I'm not getting that. And I think she was just trying to communicate. She was communicating with him, right? Because that's
Mhm.
what he said before. Be open with me, and let's we can work on it and blah 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 whatever. So she was trying to communicate that to him, and she's like, I'm just not craving you the same way I was but in the past. But that's because you're not like I'm the type of person that wants affection. Like she was literally
Mhm.
telling him, please, like kiss me more, like hug me more, touch me more, like, and he totally
Yeah.
flipped the script, and he like was
Yeah. I was
gaslighting
like, wait,
her.
what is happening?
I was okay. So I have my phone and I'm working and I'm just watching it on the side. And at first I was like, wait, what the heck? Did they just break up? It was so
I
fast.
know.
It was
And they
so
did
fast.
like the bro hug, like, you good? And I was
No, she
like,
said it. You got because she was
yeah,
like visibly crying. She was probably like
yes.
walking into it like, okay, I'm gonna be open with him. I'm gonna have this conversation. And he was just like, and he totally flipped it on her. He's like, well,
Mm-hmm.
if you don't crave me, then we can't get married. There's no
Mm-hmm.
fixing this. Like what? Like,
Yeah, I was shocked.
and then all of a sudden he was just like, "You good?" Because she was crying. You good?
Yeah.
No, she's not good. She's crying. Like she was not expecting you to. She was probably like, "What the fuck just happened?" I came in here to tell him how I'm feeling, and he just is done.
Yeah.
That was crazy. And then he just called. He was on the phone and was all like, "Yeah, I'm coming over. I'm coming over to your place, to whoever's place."
I mean, the next episodes will tell us,
I'm telling you,
hopefully.
I think he might be not into girls. He's into something else. He's into men. I
I, I'm glad you specified because you're like, he's into something else. Men.
oh, I mean, you should see the TikToks. They're pulling up shit from like when he was on the Kelly Clarkson show
Oh, yeah.
because he was like the first principal, the
The
youngest principal,
youngest. Yeah.
25. And people
Yeah.
are like, yo. And then I think one of his family members, like now we don't really know, but one of his family members was like, yeah, that's my cousin. He's gay. But I don't know. That's here nor there. So I guess we'll
I
have to
mean,
find out. He turned off his comments on social media.
dang, I gotta check it out. He might be bi. You never know.
Hey, he might,
Pan.
but
I
but
don't
be
know.
but be but be open about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
Be
know,
real.
like let the person know.
Oy.
Don't keep them in the dark.
Yeah.
And then because she really did love him, she really did.
Yeah.
But I felt really bad for her, really really bad. And then Jimmy and Chelsea. I'll let you start that one.
I mean, I feel like with every episode, I just get more and more annoyed with Chelsea
Girl.
and her whiny,
Mm,
needy,
clingy.
like clingy self. Like, I just cannot. And the way that she tells Jimmy he's not doing enough, I'm like, dude, you told him you were like Megan Fox, and he is taking it so well and giving you all the things.
All the compliments too.
Yes. Uh, yeah. I mean, after I will admit that he was wrong to comment about AD. Like, he shouldn't have
Yes,
said
that's
nothing.
true. That's true. That
But
is
she should
true.
have been honest about how it made her feel in the moment, because he was just like, oh, yeah, she's cool with it. Okay, let me just clear
Yeah.
things up.
No.
But yeah,
Yeah,
cannot
that wouldn't fly with me.
cannot stand her.
Yeah, she's just too much. She's too much, and she got all upset because he told her that she's clingy. And I'm all like, girl, you
I'm
are.
like,
You
you are, yeah.
you are
Like,
constantly needing that validation from him. And you don't need a validation from a man. You should be able to
mm,
validate yourself. Like, you don't need that shit. And it's just like,
yeah.
well, especially about your appearance, or you're constantly telling them, I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Every now and then it's like, but having to tell your significant other, like, do I look good? Am I pretty? Am I this? You know, like they should just automatically tell you, oh man, you're looking good today or whatever. But like
Yeah.
the constant validation, like that shit gets exhausting. Like so exhausting. I know she's starting therapy. She said it on her TikTok. She's like, I am in therapy, guys.
Yeah. I was
Good,
like, whew.
girl, because you need it. You need it. She's a pretty girl, okay? But she ain't no Megan Fox. She's a pretty girl, you know, but she seems like a fun girl too, but like she's not ready to be in a relationship. She's not. She needs to work on herself.
Yeah. Which I think she would have vibed better with Trevor.
Oh my god. Trevor, ugh, I love Trevor. He was, I
Yeah.
mean, I wouldn't go for him, but whatever. But like, he's like a good person. And the fact
Yeah.
that he was just like, I'm not seeing anybody else but you. Like, she's, I
Yeah.
think, I think Chelsea wanted the man that Jessica wanted as well.
Mm-hmm.
She
Yes.
just, yeah, she wanted, okay, yeah. He's like a hot commodity, so let me go after him.
Yeah.
Nobody
She
else
wanted to
wants,
win.
nobody wants Trevor, only me. Nah, then I don't know about him. But
Yeah.
everybody's Team Trevor, and they're like, you know what, you dodged a bullet. But on the preview, they meet up, or they somehow are talking.
Yes. I did see that. I'm sure that there's like a big group get together and everyone will meet everyone. Like, I'm waiting for that. That should
Girl,
drop. Yeah.
honestly,
When
I feel like couples are gonna swap.
I think so. I think it's gonna be bad. I think it's gonna be bad.
I think so too.
Um, but yes, I think she just is I feel bad for Jimmy because she always makes him apologize without saying, like, she'll be like, "Yeah, I could have said it differently, but I just don't want my feelings of being sad not validated." And I'm just like, "Girl, you are gaslighting him into apologizing and
It's
always thinking he's
exhausting.
wrong."
I feel in
Uh,
that moment I started feeling bad for Jimmy. At first I didn't
I
like
did
him,
too. Yeah.
but you know, I was just like, and do
Yeah.
we even talk about Jessica and that whole rant that she said to him in the pods?
I
No, we
mean,
didn't.
yeah. No, she was upset.
Did you like? Do you like her? Do you like her as a? You know, I guess
I
as
thought she could have been a little nicer in the with that end rant, but I think she was like shocked, she was hurt, she was like, I cannot believe, like, I don't think she should have brought like looks into it. Like, when you see me and when you see her, you're gonna know that you made the worst decision,
she's
or the bad
insinuating that
decision.
she's hotter than her.
Yeah, which I thought that was a little cringe,
Yeah,
but
because
I
she's
can,
basically only making it about looks.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. So I was not like, yeah, she wanted her moment, but at the same time it could have been a little nicer.
yeah, nicer doing. But I get it. I mean, I think he was thrown off by her having a kid. You know, and
Yeah,
just
I
which
get
is,
it.
I mean, that's a big commitment. You
Yeah.
don't want somebody that's like that's not into into it. Like especially me as someone that didn't have a dad growing up and has a stepfather. Like, yeah, I wouldn't want somebody just to come in the picture and just to be with my mom. Like, we're a whole pack. Like, we're a package or a package deal.
Yeah.
You're gonna
Yeah.
you're gonna like me too. And if I mean, I would see it as kind of like a blessing for her. Like, okay, he's just not ready. He's not ready to
Hmm.
commit to me and my daughter.
Yeah.
That's it. But I also, how do you think about how she waited? She waited to tell him.
I
It's like
mean,
she kind
I
of like
think,
lured him in and then dropped the bomb.
yeah. I mean, I see her point. It's because it's like on a first date, you want to be like, hey, I have a kid. And then it's like, okay, well, next. Like,
I know.
I get that she wanted for people to get to know her for her before she felt safe saying, like, hey, I have a kid.
I
So
guess.
I
I
got
don't
that.
know. I mean, I can see both ways, but then also like what
Hmm.
if somebody like is really in love with you or is starting to get to know you and really like you and then you just drop this bomb, and they're
Yeah.
young. They're young.
Yeah. I think it was
It's a
hard for
big
him.
it's a big commitment.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. So, I mean, back to like Chelsea and all that, I feel like just her being so extra and so needy and all that shit, like I started to feel bad
Yeah.
for Jimmy. Like I was just like, bro, just run. Just run. Oh, and then he like looked Jessica up.
Yeah.
The minute he got his phone, he looked her up.
I was
That's
like, oh
crazy.
no.
That's crazy. And so Chelsea immediately started to be insecure about it
Yeah.
because she knows what, Jessica looks like. So it's just like,
Yeah.
so that's
I
when
want them
like
to
the
meet
extra,
like in real life.
oh yeah, they are. You didn't see that
I
in the
know. I
preview?
can't. Yes, I can't wait. I can't wait.
Oh my god, yes. And then the preview I saw Jessica like she has that smirk like, I told you.
Hmm. Yeah. I mean,
Oh,
she did.
I
So,
can't wait. I can't wait. Um,
yeah.
yeah, what was the other one? Let's see.
It was the last couple.
Johnny and
The
Amy.
our fave.
Johnny and Amy.
Yeah,
So
what
the
I mean, I
only
have nothing bad to say about them. So,
well, the only
what are
thing
your thoughts?
the only thing I have to say is he is so gung ho about not getting pregnant, not like having anything. And, I
Yeah.
get her side, like she's not going to take birth control. And you shouldn't like, just because she's the woman, you got to tell her what to do with her body, right?
Hmm.
If she's got other, some medical issues that she can't take the birth control or whatever, but I'm all like, hello, do you guys not know there's condoms? Like,
Yeah.
why are you guys making it like bigger? He's like, that's like literally all he's worried about is
Yeah.
getting pregnant and not being financially ready.
Yeah. Which you're never ready.
You're never financially
Like,
ready. And then he
no.
was just all like, are you okay if we are like a little bit frugal? I'm trying to save up for retirement and all that stuff. And I'm just like, oh, I don't know. And that might be an issue.
Yeah, but
Because you're
they
like,
could also be making it an issue because they have no other issues.
true, true. But I feel
Yeah.
like that too, like, just so what, you're gonna like wait to have fun when you're like old and crusty? Like, you should be able to
Yeah.
enjoy life now and still put
Yeah.
away money to the side, right? Like, come on.
Yeah.
I guess that's the only thing. That's really the only issues I
Yeah.
see.
I'm rooting for them.
I am too. She's cute. He's I. But
Yeah.
the hair just throws me off.
Yeah. It is kind of fluffy.
No, it's not fluffy, girl. It's like stray or like stringy.
Oh my gosh. That's hilarious.
But
Okay. So to wrap up this episode, I think we should say our predictions on who will get married, who will not get married, And we'll see the next episode. We'll see if it comes true or if we were right.
So Laura and Jeremy, I do not
No.
foresee them getting married. Absolutely
No.
not. Absolutely not. So we're in agreement on that. AD and Clay.
I don't think so.
I do not think so. I feel like Clay is gonna say yes, and AD is gonna say no, and he's going to flip his shit. He's going to be pissed.
Yeah,
he's going
I
to
think
be
so.
livid. Absolutely. Brittany and Kenneth, obviously, we already know. Not gonna make it.
Yeah.
They already broke up.
Yeah, unless they do a comeback. But I don't think so.
No,
I think
this was his way out. This was his way. This was his opening, and he saw the opportunity and was like, "Peace, I'm out."
Yeah.
Chelsea and Jimmy, no.
No.
No. Basically, the only ones is Johnny and Amy. I feel like they're the only ones. But I feel like Chelsea and Trevor, they're gonna get together.
Yeah.
I think so.
Although she accuses Jimmy of cheating. So I don't think she would cheat.
I don't know. I feel like that's the editing. I don't think Jessica would do that, especially if she has a young daughter. So. I don't think she would. Yeah. I think it's just Chelsea being
in her head.
Cuckoo in the head. Because it's eating her alive that he knows what Jessica looks like, and she's very insecure about herself. So she's already playing this narrative in her head, and this like she's, he's gonna go with her. He's seeing her on the side. Like, when you have issues, when you're so insecure, you start making shit up in your head.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
That's my rant. We were talking for like more than an hour about this.
Yeah, I mean, that's 9 episodes. I think that, this is our longest episode to date, but we had to get through all the tea, all of the couples.
Yeah.
This is a far more entertaining season than last season and even the season before. Like
100%. 100%.
Yes. I have not enjoyed the people and the season in general since season 2 when they filmed in Chicago. Like, I thought that was an entertaining season.
Yes, it was.
So I'm glad that we're back. We've looped around to the drama, the tea, the jump scares. Not really, but like the
ooh, like
yeah, the rewinds, like what just happened?
Yeah, seriously. Yeah. Definitely had to do that a couple of times.
Yeah. Okay, so for all of our listeners, if you are watching Love is Blind season 6, tap in. Like, tell us your predictions. Tell us what you think. This is going to be like the recap, the whole, like, we're going to be talking about the whole season, the first episode of season 2 of our podcast. So we can bring in the comments. We can bring in what other people say, your thoughts, your opinions. So let us know. Tap in. Give us your cheese, man.
And on that note, be out.
That's a wrap. Thank you. And we'll see each other in a few weeks for the launch of season 2. Bye.